Asian Development Bank recently hosted a media tour to Xayaburi province aiming to increase public understanding and awareness through local media on the results of partnership between the government of Lao PDR and ADB. The tour covers project sites including a provincial hospital, health centres and community benefiting from projects in Paklai district, Xayaburi province. The tour is to observe the impact of ADB's assistance and cooperation between ADB and the government of Lao PDR in helping improve health and nutrition of populations in underprivileged areas in Laos.
I think this has been a very successful project. We heard from the Department of Health that the province has had great success in moving towards achieving the Millennium Development Goals for health in water and sanitation. And I think that this project, along with other projects and the government's own initiatives, has made a major contribution to those achievements.
ADB and the government of Laos are cooperating in the development of primary healthcare delivery, rural access and road improvement. This is done through the Health System Development Project and the Northern GMS Transport Network Improvement Project, respectively. The projects cover areas such as improving primary healthcare delivery, strengthening capacity for health system development, including human resource development, planning, budgeting and coordination among the health network, improving rural access roads and connecting the roads to highway.
We met with the director and the staff, and we could see how dedicated they were to their work, and how they've done a lot of innovations at the hospital to make the maximum use of all the space that they have there.
Health indicators such as maternal and infant mortality rates in Laos are among the worst in Asia. To achieve the goal of health for all, the government of Laos has adopted the Millennium Development Strategy, in particular targeting rural poor, ethnic minorities, and women and children. With its ongoing project, ADB's Loan 1749 supports PHC expansion in 8 northern provinces and strengthening institutional capacity for PHC management nationwide. A network of health facilities has been put in place and volunteers have been trained to improve access. Paramedics and villagers are being trained, many of them from ethnic minorities. This expanded PHC system provides the basis for improving sector impact. However, the health system faces chronic underfunding, management constraints, lack of qualified staff for rural locations, and lack of public education. Fancy staying in containers? Check out the Container Garden Stay in Johor, Malaysia. While some may find the idea of turning cabin containers into hotel rooms bizarre, Erwin Chow and his business partner Thomas Poa are making a living out of it. The colourful Container Garden Stay, located in Johor Bahru, about 24 kilometres from Legoland, Malaysia, is one of the few in the country. Set in the lush environment of Bangkok Village Restaurant, the eco-friendly concept boasts 24 rooms built from modified shipping containers. Erwin Chow, manager Container Garden Stay, said the idea stemmed from his friend's experience living in a cabin container while studying in the United States years ago. At first, Chow thought the idea seemed ridiculous, but later found it appealing and wanted to apply the similar concept in Malaysia. He said usually in the United States, people there would make use of the containers as homes and offices, but in Malaysia, it is still a new concept and very rare. So he thought, why not just make container hotels in Malaysia and called it Container Garden Stay, which is something special. Chow purchased 24 containers from a port for $1,500 each and spent about $230,000 to turn the containers into hotel rooms. Chow said contractors were dumbfounded when he explained the concept to them. It was tough for the contractors as they had never undertaken such a task before. The rooms had to be redesigned and retrofitted with electricity, air conditioning and beds, a flat-screen TV with satellite channels as well as showers and toilets. The hotel is equipped with a security and firefighting system. However, Chow said everyone worked hard to make his dream come true. This idea is one of the initiatives to make the tourism industry more creative and thereby contributing to the economy. Erwin Chow says the hotel is special. Usually, when you stay in a regular hotel, you don't feel relaxed. But when you come here, you feel the holiday mood because their concept is more towards garden. Besides having rooms with free Wi-Fi access, the hotel also houses a restaurant, and it offers complimentary parking and car wash service to visitors who stay overnight. Now, what makes Container Garden Stay more unique is its compound, which has been transformed into a Japanese garden. There is a children's playground and a shared lounge, and they provide relaxation and a feel-at-home atmosphere. Barbecue facilities are also available. Since open to the public in July, many have come to enjoy the unique experience of staying in. The hotel features 3 types of rooms, priced between $22, which is 78 ringgit, and $48, which is 168 ringgit per day. The various colors that adorn the containers as well as decorations not only help to attract the locals but also foreign tourists, especially those from Singapore. For families who wish to have short break during weekends, the Container Garden Stay is the perfect choice. For details, call 07 351 8766. The developments in the past century have made the world smaller. With just the tips of your fingers, you are able to reach any part of the world. Yet there are places where technology has yet to integrate itself. These are the places where time stands still. The mountains in Tinglayan in the Kalinga province are such a place. In it lives 2 communities, the tribes of Buskalan and Lokong. These tribes live in the peaks of mountains. For this reason, technology has yet to brush their culture. Now, the path to these communities is a challenging one, as getting to the villages means going on a 3-hour car trip from the city of Tabuk to the municipality of Tinglayan. One must cross several mountains where the curves are sharp and the barrier between the roads and the gorge is almost non-existent. Then comes a path too small for any vehicle to pass through. Here begins the trek to the villages. As you walk up, you will see the evergreen foliage of Mother Nature, and beside it, the man-made terraces which produce rich harvests of rice. This, however, comes with a price. The road going up is steep, and each step is a challenge for those who are not fit. After an hour of trekking, you will finally see a sleepy town where people, native pigs and chickens live in harmony. This is the village of Buskalan, and its people have yet to embed technology in their culture. Watson, the computer that trumped humans in a game show Jeopardy 2011, is making headlines again. This time it's being adopted in Singapore, and it is to help speed up government services. Meet Watson, a supercomputer that processes, analyzes large amounts of data to come up with solutions to solve problems. Watson learns like a human, that is from data fed to it by those using it. For a start, the Singapore government will use Watson to boost e-services in the areas of income tax, employment matters, as well as workplace safety and health. One benefit of Watson is it can process English, so there's no need to write separate computer code to talk to it. And this also means Watson can directly answer users' questions with the speed of a computer.
Power of Watson can actually improve service delivery as well as customer service and citizen engagement.
IBM will also work with the National University of Singapore to train a new generation of innovators to use Watson. Enrollment is set to start early next year. Globally, the Netherlands is among the countries that consumes a high amount of coffee per day. The Dutch drink an average of 2.41 cups of coffee daily, while the Finnish take 1.85 cups of coffee per day. This is followed by Sweden with 1.36 cups and the United States at 0.93 cups per day. Meanwhile, in Brunei Darussalam, the number of coffee drinkers show an increase based on the daily amounts of consumption. According to history, around 3,000 years ago, coffee was initially stated as a healthy and energetic drink by the Ethiopians in Africa. Back then and today, coffee is the second most popular beverage in the world after tea. From early evidence, it was shown that coffee was first introduced during the 5th century in Yemen. Later, it was introduced to Egypt and North Africa. However, in the 16th century, coffee became popular in some parts of the Middle East, Persia, Turkey, Italy, and other European countries. Coffee derived from the process of the extraction of coffee seeds. Now, there have been numerous opinions about the good and bad side of drinking coffee. According to the general manager of the coffee bean and tea leaf, it all comes down on the type of coffee and one's amount of consumption. Khairul Nizam Haji Abu Bakar expressed his opinion on methods to produce a cup of quality coffee.
Everybody can claim they are serving a good coffee, but from my experience, it's very subjective, but I can share my point of view. To identify a good coffee, first you need to know where is the origin of the coffee. For example, there's few coffee producers in the world. Main producer like the one in South America, like Central America, like Costa Rica, Colombia, Brazil. They are considered a good coffee producer in the world. And the second factor is the roasting. The regular roast is less superior than the dark roast. So to say a good coffee, if you know where is the origin of the coffee, how the coffee is processed, and how the coffee is served, you will enjoy more by knowing this factor.
Black coffee can give a unique taste for those who had tried it. Now, for some, coffee is an energy and refreshing drink. Coffee lovers of Brunei shared their own opinion.
I love coffee, especially espresso.
I love coffee because it gives me energy, and because I just love the smell and the aroma.
This is the way I drink my coffee, just black and no sugar.
Coffee contains caffeine that has the function to generate the brain nerve system, breathing system, as well as the blood vein system and heart. Now, coffee lovers have their own reason to choose a specific coffee brand in the market. Some may consider how the coffee was processed, the aroma, the nutritious benefits, and the extra ingredients in the coffee.